So, Finesse, I was a big fan of yours on SNL.
Was?
Yeah, I was.
Was.
Yeah.
Was.
And but we're always fascinated. We always get anybody from SNL on the show, and it's always.
Now, when you say everybody, you mean everybody? Even Tracy?
We've had Tracy, yeah.
You had him on the phone.
Yeah.
In the studio.
Well, you know, the thing is, and I remember you specifically in that whole time frame because when they had the Chris Parnell and who else? Horatio Sands.
Maya
and you,
Rudolph.
Yeah, and then it turned around and you were doing, by my reckoning, really well on the show, as was Chris Parnell, and then you guys were gone.
Yeah.
What once and for all precipitated that?
I was not happy. I got to the point where I wasn't happy. They kind of knew I wasn't happy. Because they asked me, "Are you happy?" I said, "Not really." And I shouldn't have said that.
That's how they knew.
I should have just said I'm having a bad week.
Well, you started as what they call a feature player. So
Absolutely.
they bring in people. They sort of our perception is that they sort of try you out.
Right.
And they made you a full-time member. And then
I was killing it.
Yeah. When it seems when they made you a full-time member, you were appearing less on the show.
That's why I wasn't happy.
Okay.
I wanted to go back to being featuring so I could get on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much that's, when you get blessed like that to have an opportunity like that, you go from like, oh my God, Saturday Night Live, my first weekend update desk. It was, oh my God, I murdered it. It was like the best thing. Halle Berry one week, Justin Timberlake the next week, Ashton Kutcher, Lindsay Lohan when she was cool. All that stuff was just going on at the pace was just crazy.
Yeah.
And then the next year it was like, ooh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and you get pulled back a little bit, and then you're like, oh, okay. But then when they need you, they need you. But when they don't need you, they seem like, we don't need you.
Well, you had...
and it was just pressure. It was pressure to come up with something funny. And then when you hit a home run and they don't pick it, then you're like, I can't hit another home run next week. We needed a black host.
Yeah. Because you were doing your impressions and stuff, and you had a lot to bring to the table that they just seemed to say, okay, they forgot about you.
Well, you know what's, I think, the way the show runs is that nobody can figure out week after week what the formula is.
Okay.
And I realized in hindsight that the formula is you don't get frustrated. That's why they throw you a big party at the end of the show so you can forget about what happened that week.
Wow.
And you reset for the next week.
So the best mindset is to just
go with the flow. Just show up, and you'll never know when you hit a home run.
Okay.
There have been times when, you spend 4 hours writing a sketch, and you know it's going to go. And then you get another idea like 30 minutes before deadline, and you just type it up. And that's the one they pick. And you're like, I just came up with that. I spent 4 hours. You want to be on the show or not? You're like, yes, sir, I do. So you just go with what they.
So is that process a big table read where they go through all the skits and everyone?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Monday, we sit in front of Lauren's office, and everybody crams into his office, and he'll say, all right, Tom Hanks is right there, and then we go, yay! Because Tom is sitting across from him.
Yeah.
And then we all pitch. We say, Tom, I have an idea, da-da-da. And he goes through all the writers and all the cast members. Everybody pitches. And then he'll say, all right, guys, so let's get to work. But when he says get to work, everybody goes home because we don't write till Tuesday. So we leave, and we come back on Tuesday around 4 p.m. We write from 4 p.m. to like 4, 5, 6 in the morning the next day.
Jeez.
Then we turn in 2 sketches. Everybody turns in 2 sketches apiece. And then after that, we go home at around 7:30. Whenever you're done, you can go home.
Okay.
I went clubbing a lot. Me and Keenan, we would write from like 4 to like maybe 10 something, which is really we didn't write.
Yeah.
We would just wait till it got dark, and then then we would smoke, and then we would go hit the club from like midnight to like 3.
All
and
right.
we come back to SNL and then try to write some sketches, and then we'd be done around 7. But really, we just staring at the computer and asking other people if they wrote something and put us in it. And then we would go home, take a quick shower, take a quick nap, and then table readers from 10:30 to like 1:30.
What a
And then later on that Wednesday after table read, they put all the sketches up like it's a stage play around 7 p.m. And out of 45 sketches, they pick 10. And you're like, oh, I made it. Oh, I didn't make it. Oh, my sketch. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And on Thursday and Friday, we rehearse those sketches while they're building the sets behind you. And then on Saturday, we come in at 10 a.m. and we get fully dressed, a full dress rehearsal, and then we rehearse again, fully dressed, makeup, garb, all that stuff. And then we practice running around to see how much time it takes to get from one sketch to the other. And then we take a break. We go to lunch, go to dinner, practice weekend update. Then the band comes in, does a sound check. Before you know it, it's 8:30, and that's when we do our dress rehearsal. That's a 2.5-hour show. So 8:30 to 10:30. or 11 is when we do our dress rehearsal, and then after that, we go into Lauren's office, and then he picks the sketches. It goes from 10 to like 7, and then that's the show, and then we go and we do it live at 11.
That's brutal.
Wow.
Who was your favorite person to write with, to work with? Like, who do you think helped you bring out the best in your comedy?
JB Smooth was
He's
there
great.
when I was there, who's doing phenomenal right now. And we had a guy named Charlie Grandy who works on the Mindy Project show now. And Tina Fey, I can't even like deny her brilliance when it just comes to writing sketches.
Yeah, you can see
Tina Fey comes up with brilliant sketches week after week after week.
There's when she was doing Weekend Update at the time, right? You were on, and you can see when you would come on and you would kill. She legitimately loves seeing other people do well.
She's like the perfect alley-oop person. Like she writes for other people. She lives for that. Like I don't even know if she really wanted to perform, but Lauren was like, well, why don't you go on Weekend Update and just sit across from Jimmy and let's see what happens.
Everybody does a Lauren impression.
Yeah, you can't do it. You can't say his name and do his voice. You got to do the voice.
That's cool, man. Though you are in a rare. It's almost like a whatever you want to call it, a group of people who've survived and gone through. I mean, obviously it's been on for years, but
our cast was dope.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, even when our features came in, because we already had Tina and Maya and Daryl Hammond and Keenan and myself, but then we came in like the next year with Andy Samberg, Bill Hader, Kristen Wiig, and Jason Sudeikis. We were really dope, but then it made it just hard to fight for time.
Because you had super talent.
Yeah, everybody's super talented.
It's a brutal process. I guess you have to develop a sort of a protective blister and just not take everything to heart, right?
Yeah, but that's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
That's hard when you think you're a star.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just did GQ magazine. You on the cover with the cast, and then you go to a private party, and Caroline Kennedy is there, and John Bon Jovi's over there, and it's just... Yeah, it's hard. Then you come back to work, and then you're not on the show that week. You're like, wait a minute. I've been practicing Morgan Freeman all week. Somebody's going to let Finesse Mitchell be on the show.
That's like Walter Payton at the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, it's like
you get to the 1 yard line, and then William Perry runs the ball in. Right. Now, you're not supposed to be mad because you're on the same team, but you're like, he don't have a Russian record. I do.